Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones 4.0. Okay, so a bunch of people were kind of complaining that we were doing a little bit too many tasks and too many tournaments, and so I decided to go away and do some off-screen progression because, well, who really likes seeing a lot of money making and stuff like that? Well, I don't know. Me personally, I actually don't mind showing that kind of stuff because I think the journey is kind of the whole point of this. But anyway, we're now at a point where war is about to be declared, and we're going to be attacking Volantis in just a moment. As you can see, there is actually a vote currently ongoing. I am still the proud owner of Demon Gate, as you can see right here. I have not been granted any other fiefs, unfortunately, because we haven't gone to war against anyone in this entire time, because I've actually not been really interfering in any of the politics on the diplomacy screen or anything like that. I've basically just been attempting to make as much money as possible and to level up our troops and so on and so forth. So I'll tell you what I did, but first of all, let's just make sure that we are going to get this done. Daenerys does not want to do this. This is actually kind of weird. Not sure why she wouldn't want to declare war here. Personally, I want to, so I'm going to be declaring war and saying I want to get relation with her, but doesn't really matter, I suppose. Let's just do this. We're only going to lose 3 relation with her anyway, and we're going to gain 11 with Jorah, which is actually quite nice, I guess. That's pretty cool. And yeah, anyway, so basically, we're now at war, and everyone that complained, at least, can be happy that we are going to go into battles, and it's quite amusing because, for me personally, I've played Bannerlord a huge amount, and if you haven't, then you may not know this, but in the end game, that's pretty much all you're going to be doing. You're just going to be doing battles and sieges and spamming that kind of action, which is absolutely fine, you know, because it is actually fun to do that kind of stuff. But as I say, that is the end game of what Bannerlord is. Anyway, we're going to hopefully be able to conquer all of this stuff. I can only hope that we're going to conquer this. We still have not eliminated Aegon, which is kind of weird. Not sure why we haven't declared war against him. There's no interest among the vassals either, which is very strange. Anyway, so basically, someone was very kind enough to let me know that building an olive press in Old Town is actually really, really good. And it was making you a lot of money, so I decided, okay, I'm going to make the massive journey over there, and that's exactly what I did. I went all the way over there, and if you go over here, you could see that I actually did build it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be... Oh no, why is it not giving me anything? I have no idea why it's not giving me anything, but I can only hope that it will start to give me something. I have no idea. I sold my other workshop, by the way, for a loss as well. I sold my other one for about 7,000 because it wasn't doing anything. I can only hope that this one is going to start doing something, but yeah, I went all the way over there, purchased it for, I believe it was 30-something thousand, and I've also been doing a bunch of smithing, because if you take a look here, I'm actually at 72 smithing now. I say a bunch of smithing, but it's actually very difficult to level up your smithing if you don't have unlimited stamina. We also have new armor here as well, because that's the thing that I wanted to do. I've been wanting to upgrade my armor and my companion's armor for quite some time, and it's just a money situation. It's just money limiting you quite dramatically to what you can actually do. And so I decided, oh yeah, I'm just going to try and make as much money as possible, and that's exactly what I've done. And, well, how did I do that? Well, just what you've seen me do, pretty much. Just what you've seen me do. However, I basically cut back huge amounts of my troops so that I didn't have to pay as many wages, and and obviously I would be able to move around a lot faster on the world map and all that wonderful stuff. And I basically just put every single high tier unit that I had, and every single one that's capped out, that doesn't need any experience any further, just put those in the garrison so that they are safe and sound and we don't need to worry about them at all, which is obviously great. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to be just changing these guys around a little bit here, and we're going to make it so that, is this guy actually mounted? No, he's not mounted. There we go. Okay, so that's looking a little bit better, and we can make this guy, there we go. Okay, so there we are. That's what we're going to do. I think this guy's also mounted. No, he is not mounted. Okay, so I guess I'm going to be the commander for these fellows, and we're going to see how that goes. All right, so there you go. That is what we've been doing. So otherwise, apart from that, I've just been doing merchant caravan quests, as you might expect. Merchant caravan, as I say, is far and away the best quest to gain some cash. I've been doing tournaments whenever I can, but of course I try to prioritize the ones that have horses available, and I did actually do I think it was 3 tournaments that had rewards that had horses as rewards, basically, and that made a huge difference. Hopefully I'm not going to die here, because let's face it, that would be absolutely atrocious. Can my guys actually charge? Did I tell them to charge? Did I tell them to charge in? I think I did. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, hopefully I'm not going to get shot here either. It took massive damage, actually, as well, surprisingly enough. You wouldn't expect me to take so much damage with this kind of armor on, because this actually cost me quite a bit, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, but thankfully there's a huge amount of supply of this armor in Meereen. So if you do go there, you're going to see a massive amount of armor that you can purchase that is in the Valyrian style, which is very cool, as you can quite clearly tell. It's, you know, pure black, super slick, and very intimidating for the opponent, or we can only hope that it is intimidating at least a little bit. Anyway, these fellows are obviously going to be hopefully dying relatively easily before us. We do have wonderful medic skill, of course. We have, well, we don't have an engineer, but hopefully I'll be able to fulfill that role at some point a little bit better. I do have an upgraded bow as well. I managed to find a bow that didn't actually require that much skill, and I'm now using that. I haven't actually used it in battle yet, which is rather amusing, because, you know, generally what I tend to do when I'm off screen is I try to maximize efficiency as much as I can, and I just try to do the thing that I need to do to gain the maximum amount of reward. So, for example, let's say that I'm doing the escort merchant caravan mission. Usually if I have a significant, should we say, advantage against the opponent, I'm pretty much just going to go and auto-resolve it, and that's it. That's all I'm really going to do in those situations, and then it dramatically increases the amount of time that I have to spend on other activities, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Also, I have purchased a bunch of war mounts as well, making sure that my war mounts are hopefully going to make a big difference to how we actually level up our forces, so that we're actually starting to get the noble upgrade tree from the Valyrian faction all the way up to its maximum tier, or at least try to get that as much as possible. Plus 70% damage to mounts with polearms. Not sure if we really want to get that, or whether we should go for plus 20% damage bonus from speed with polearms. I think I'll probably go for that instead. We also have riding skill here. We're going to go for melee mounted kills. Battle morale should be increased quite a bit. Let's go for some more engineering here, so that I can just level that up somewhat, and hopefully that's going to work out quite nicely for us. Aha, we have an army. Oh, that is a large army. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to attack Demon Gate, but you can see here that Demon Gate's actually not too bad. I've been attempting to try and, you know, shore that up a bit as well, because as I thought, we were going to go into battle against the Valantines, and that kind of makes the most sense. So I kind of predicted that they might decide to declare war against them. It seemed a little bit more likely than them attacking anyone else, because they seem to be a little bit dubious about attacking Aegon for some reason. I don't know why that is. They seem to be quite, I don't know, hesitant about that, which is very strange. Not sure why that's happening, but are they going to go into Mantaris? They are. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. There's only 120 defenders in here. I wonder what Daenerys has been doing for this entire time. Wait, does she own this? Who owns this, actually? The Stalwart Shields. I have no idea who those guys are. Okay, well, whatever the case, we do have a, well, rather significant army here from our wonderful House Targaryen, and we do have another army coming over. So hopefully we'll be able to do something against the... Ah, hello there. Here we go. There now. Yeah. Oh, what? Are you serious right now? That they literally let them take it? Okay, well, this is actually not too bad for me. You know why? Because I can actually go into Mantaris and potentially take it back, and then I may become the owner of it, which would be absolutely fantastic. So let's see actually what happens here. Okay, they're actually caught. They're going to get killed, or they're going to run away. Yeah, please just run away. Okay, 450. How are their units, actually? Because that's the thing that we've got to... Whoa, they have a lot of Master Archers. Okay, hello. Let's have a look and see what their Master Archers are all about. There we go. Okay, they are quite obviously the standard kind of archer. They've got pretty good archery skill, though. Okay, well, let's just see what happens here. Can these guys actually attack, or... Not sure whether we even want them to attack. Who's this guy? What does he have? He only has 108. What have the Targaryens been doing? It's very strange. Oh, and now there's a rebellion on their hands as well. Well, that's very funny. Okay, that means that some weird stuff is going on where we now no longer have the ability to take this unless we decide to attack the rebel faction. And that is obviously... that's going to be a little bit difficult to do. I did try that one time before where we wanted to take a thief and we didn't have the opportunity to do it because they had rebelled, and that made everything much more difficult and complicated for us. So yeah, not sure how that's really going to work, but ooh, this guy's a free folk fellow. All right, okay, hello. Okay, so I'm just going to put my archers over there, going to put my infantry over here, and then we're just going to take my cavalry over in this direction, and hopefully we'll be able to go for a wonderful, nice little flanking action here. Yeah, but this bow is pretty good by the looks of things. Yeah, the accuracy is quite nice. Okay, and my cavalry will just charge in. These guys will charge in as well. There we are. And then we're just going to go for some nice little polearm attacks. These fellows shouldn't be able to do too much to me. Or maybe they will. Maybe they will. Alright, let's go for a nice little shield wall for our infantry as well. Hopefully that's not going to be too difficult for them to do now that they're being attacked. Yeah, that's probably would have been a good idea to put them in that beforehand, right? Yeah, well, it doesn't matter too much because, as you can see, we seem to be achieving victory quite nicely. Oh, these are the Night's Watch, actually, not the Free Folk. Okay, that's kind of weird. Why are the Night's Watch down here? That's real strange, but yeah, I guess they have their own agenda that they're attempting to perpetrate, potentially. I don't know. I don't know why they would be down here instead of, you know, at the wall defending against the White Walkers. And they are in this, as far as I'm aware. And there we go. A wonderful victory for us. Pretty easy, actually. Although, to be fair, we did outnumber him, so it is kind of to be expected that we would be able to achieve victory here. Okay, so I'm just going to take some prisoners. I'm not really wanting to take people, but I think I will, because I do have a garrison nearby, so I should be able to go to the garrison and then just place these guys in there, and that's pretty much all we can really do with them, because I don't really want to keep them in my army right now, because they don't level up. That's the one thing here. So let's just put them in here. As you can see, we've got a couple of good units, but most of them are, as you see, 118 of them are rank 2, but these are the noble units, so they eventually level up into Dragon Lord Protectors, which are obviously fantastic, but yeah, we don't have too many of those as it is, so I'm kind of a little bit wary of that stuff. Anyway, what's this guy doing? It's another one of these fellows. Okay, I guess we'll go in here as well, and we'll see what we can do. Now, this is obviously the the majority of the gameplay you're going to see if you are at war against someone. You know, obviously you're going to see this kind of thing where, you know, you're just attacking stuff. And yeah, hopefully that's enjoyable. Hopefully you like that, you know, because that's the whole point of the series. After all, it is to be entertaining. So hopefully it is entertaining for those of you that complained. But yes, apart from that, the rest of you that have been enjoying the series so far, very much thank you for your support, because that is very much appreciated. Yeah, there we go. Take him down. Thank you. Can we get another one though? No, we cannot. What? What happened there? Did I get stopped by that small little tree? Yes, I did. Trees are my mortal nemesis whenever I am in a field battle. That is for sure. Every single time, no matter what. Okay, so let's just tell these guys to charge in now. Shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, we're just doing so much damage. My horse, by the way, is of course the same horse that I had in the previous episode. I've managed to keep it alive because, again, I didn't really go into too many fights myself. I basically just went in to auto-resolve whenever I could. And if I didn't go into an auto-resolve, I attempted to just send my units in, basically, and allow myself just to kind of stand back a little bit. And yeah, it seems like everything is working quite well here. And funnily enough, I'm actually using tactics. Can you believe? Wow. Yeah, just like I have in the remainder of the series. I know a bunch of people said, you know, why aren't you using tactics? And I'm like, well, I kind of am and stuff, but I guess not enough. Not enough for your liking, right? Not enough, yes, indeed. Well, I am using tactics a little bit more now, so hopefully that's going to increase our success rate as well as increase my own survivability. Because, of course, that is indeed a pretty big deal to some of you, I guess. Anyway, there we go. Let's just take all of this, I guess. I have so much loot that I'm getting right here. Mantaris is actually now neutral, so I should be... Do you think I can actually go in here? Yeah, I have to break in to help the defenders. Ugh, that is so irritating. Okay, I don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to walk away from here. Hopefully these guys are going to take significant casualties from this siege, and then I might be able to go in against them. Malakwo I would like to eliminate, by the way. He is someone that we have always wanted to try to take down, because he is one of those people. I think he's one of the leaders or something like that. Let's just take some of these Giscari, try to shore up our forces a little bit here. So yeah, as you can see, I also haven't been doing too much in the way of upgrading my castle, because I wanted to try and maximize the loyalty as much as I could. And I think the best thing that I can do now is probably try to get probably a reduction of garrison wages, all things considered. Maybe some... no. We need some more food, don't we? Yeah, we need some more food. So let's go ahead and do that instead. I should probably go to the dungeon as well. Let's manage our prisoners. We have a massive amount of prisoners in here, surprisingly enough. Didn't even know we had this many. I could also take some people to try and convert them, potentially. Do I want to do that? Sure, why not? We'll take some Valyrians at least, and maybe we can make that work. I don't know if that's really going to be that successful, but we'll try it out. Anyway, Malakwo, as you can see right here, I seem to recall that he is the leader or something like that. Is he? Yes, he is the ruler of Atlantis, as you can see right there. So yeah, this guy would actually be pretty fantastic for us to eliminate, and if we can do that, I would be very pleased. So let's see if we can actually make that happen. So let's just level these guys up. There we go. That is all done. And now let's go in against him. Are we okay, by the way? Yeah, 152. He has 190. What are his people actually like? Nothing good, surprisingly enough. But look at his combat strength. His combat strength still seems to be relatively decent. Very surprising. Okay. Well, this is indeed a village. Not a big fan of fighting in villages, gotta say. So let's just move these guys over here, move these archers onto the hilltop, put them into a loose formation. I'm just going to stress that again. I do put them into a loose formation. And we're going to make sure that our infantry goes into a shield wall as well, just to maximize their survivability as much as possible. Now, we're also going to be taking our cavalry all the way over here. Don't really care too much about our horse archers, because they usually have a pretty decent idea of what to do anyway. But the cavalry do need a little bit more babysitting. So we're going to have to command them a little bit more often. Let's put my infantry into a shield wall now. And technically what I could do is I could move my forces ahead here if we wanted to. And, I'm not sure whether we really want to do that. Maybe we should... Yeah, okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'll do a little bit of poking. We're going to poke them a little bit. Poke the proverbial bear, so to speak. Maybe we'll be able to force them into some kind of action. Here we go. My archers are actually killing things. Okay, that's a new thing. Oh, okay, all right. That's really interesting, because I've got basically the same exact archers that I had in the previous episode as well. I haven't actually leveled up any of those fellows. I've been concentrating on leveling up cavalry as much as possible, because cavalry usually seems to be, you know, pretty much the way to go. And I've been trying to also get some infantry as well, because, you know, infantry is always useful. These are tiger cloaks. Okay, we got some tiger cloaks in and amongst these guys here. Okay, I guess what I'm going to do is just going to move my infantry closer, move my archers over here, as we do have the... whoa, that was some big damage right there. Okay, I've got to be a bit careful. Don't really want to get myself eliminated. Let's get my cavalry down here. I'm actually going to put them all the way in the back over there. Tell my horse archers to charge in. Oh, hello. Hello, fellows. Oh, you're dead. Oh, there we go. That's what we like to see. And now my cavalry are right behind the opponent. Oh yeah, we're going to just charge in straight from the side here. Don't see a reason to hold back, to be honest. And my shield wall is over here as well. Can do some damage. Whoa, that guy actually survived a 106 damage hit. That's actually really significant. Okay, well, we can now tell our infantry to charge in as well, because my cavalry are just breaking their lines in two at this point. And we should be completely fine. Let's just move my archers a little bit closer, just to make sure that they have as much view on the battle as possible. We need them to have line of sight, of course. Wow, look at the charge damage that we're able to deal with this horse. It's absolutely insane. When you get such speed, it just makes so much difference. And just imagine if you were to take the charge damage increasing perks as well. I don't even know whether I have those. I don't think I do. Do I? I don't know. Maybe I do. I think I might have actually taken that. Plus 20% to charge damage. Pretty good. Not too bad. And there we go. We were able to achieve victory with very minimal casualties. Only 6 casualties total. And there we have it. And we've also increased our relation with the village elder, which is always nice. There we go. 27 renown. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's the funny thing. Someone actually mentioned that I can get, what was it now? I think like over 100 renown if I do like a big siege. And that's the funny thing. I'd love to do a big siege. That's the thing, you know, I would love to, but it's just very much a case of, well, there wasn't really any conflict going on. And if there was, would I even be able to achieve victory in a large siege? Maybe in a siege defense? Maybe in a siege defense, but in a siege offense with my previous army, I had a lot of tier 1s. No, I didn't have that many tier 1s. I had tier 2s and tier 3s the majority of the time, and now I have mostly tier 4s and some tier 5s and very few tier 6s. I think very few tier 6s at least. I'm going to be letting this guy go, I think. I don't see really the point in keeping him prisoner, so I'm just going to let him go. And we will be taking... Wow, there's actually a significant amount of people here. Okay, so we're just going to do the thing that we do normally, where I just swap these guys over and take the highest tier of unit away from here, and then hopefully I'll be able to head on to either Mentar... There's a glaive! Ho ho! Okay, whoa, that's exactly what I was looking for, actually, this entire time. I was thinking to myself, yeah, I really want to get a glaive, and I just haven't had enough time to go to one of those towns nearby, you know, the Dothraki towns. I haven't had an opportunity to go over there and actually get one. And actually, you know what? To be fair, I think I probably forgot. About it, but there's a glaive. I'd love to be able to use this thing. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a bunch of crafted two-handed swords that I was attempting to do to level up, but I wasn't being very successful because the blade is only a tier 1 blade, whereas everything else in this sword is tier 4, because I just don't have any other parts unlocked. So I'm very much hoping that I'll be able to unlock some more parts so that I can do something there. And, oh yeah, before you ask, I haven't been using smithing to make money. That was very limited. The only time that I use smithing to make money is if I just sell these just as a matter of course. It's not me attempting to make money due to this. It was just because I wanted to get them out of my inventory. That's it. I'm not doing that for any specific reason. Anyway, here we go. So, glaive. I'd love to be able to use this. Shall we try it out? I think we shall. So, let's do this. Let's lock that in place. That's actually a pretty cool weapon as well. But yeah, that's locked now. So, yeah, that's absolutely fine. And let's move on. Okay, great. Things seem to be going quite nicely. I don't know how the glaive is going to be because it has very little swing damage, so I'm a bit dubious about using it, but maybe it's going to work out. Who knows? Maybe it's actually going to be super, super powerful and really enjoyable and everything, or it could just be a huge flop. You know, that might very well be the case. Okay, so my charm skill is actually at 175 now, thanks to us letting that guy go. And you can see here that there's an insane amount of defenders in the garrison here as well, which means everything. Oh yeah, that means that this particular army that is attempting to take Mentaris is either going to be able to take it, or they're just going to be completely destroyed in the process. And then we... Oh yeah, you can guess what we're going to do. We are going to absolutely murder them when that happens. And hopefully, we will then be able to go into Mentaris and maybe even take it back from, you know, the Valentines. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right now. They don't seem to be going... they are going in. They are attempting to destroy something right now. Oh, now the Targaryens are coming in. Are you serious? You better... Are you serious? You absolute imbeciles. They really shouldn't have gone in here right now, because otherwise we're not going to be able to take this. Oh well, never mind. I should really go in and help him. As you can quite clearly tell, they were about to be defeated. I'm actually just going to leave real quick, because I think that, yeah, there was one person that needed to level up. Alright, so... I don't know what kind of army this fellow has. I just know that he has a huge amount of Master Archers. Yep, he has massive amounts of Master Archers. I am so worried about them. But yeah, we're going to have to do this, because otherwise every single Targaryen vassal that is actually around in this area is going to be killed. Okay, so this is actually a two-handed weapon? Yeah, this is a two-handed slashing weapon. You can't use it with a shield, of course, as you might expect. Ooh, this is a nice battlefield though, gotta say that. This is going to be quite fun. Okay, so let's have a look. How are we going to do this? Okay, oh, there's an oasis here. Okay, that's not really going to come in handy at all, to be honest, unfortunately, because... well, the enemy is not on the other side. If they were on the other side of the oasis, it would make so much more sense for us to make use of it, but as it stands, we won't be able to. Now, it very much depends on if the opponent wants to take this hill, the hill that I'm currently on. If they want to take it, then I'm going to have to run away. But if they don't, then I'm going to take it, and we will just rain down death and destruction on them with our archery. Or, the enemy is just going to attempt to attack us with a bunch of cavalry, which is quite funny in itself. Okay, pretty good damage, actually, from this slashing weapon. Whoa, actually pretty good. Whoa, okay, that was an insane amount of damage to the mount there, and I don't even have the increased damage to mounts. That's pretty incredible. Okay, so, yeah, my cavalry is actually being focused down now, which is not what I wanted, so I'm just going to put these guys over here, going to put them into a shield wall formation as well, and then we're just going to get our archers onto the top there, put them into a loose formation, and hopefully we're going to be able to eliminate quite a few of the enemy's cavalry with my cavalry. I'm hopeful that my cavalry is better than theirs. Wow, nice damage. It was against the mount, but still nice damage, in my opinion. Oh, that was an insta-kill against his camel. Okay, that was kind of crazy. Can we get some more, though, please? Can we get something a little bit better than this? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, can I get some more of that, please? Okay, not bad damage. Oh wow, my infantry is just taking an absolute battering right now. I'm gonna have to tell these guys to charge in. I'm kind of a bit worried. Are my cavalry actually charging? I think they are, right? Okay, well, the archers are of course going to be the biggest problem for us. So I'm gonna be a little bit more engaged with them right now. Because otherwise, if I'm not, I feel like we might actually lose. Because they have so many, you know? They have so many archers, it's almost impossible for us to get close without getting absolutely massacred, so... that's kind of the problem here. So if I can just eliminate a bunch of them, we should be fine. Let's just tell my... I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in, actually, as well now. Hopefully they are still alive. Yes, they are, as you can see. Let's move my archers a little bit closer. Oh, these guys have pole arms. Oh, so irritating. Ah. Okay, here we go. Okay, how's my cavalry doing? I don't know, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's basically my army against the enemy's army, because as far as I'm aware, the Targaryens don't actually have that many troops alive still. So, yeah, that's kind of bad. Understatement. Okay, wait a minute. Let's have a look here. Ah, of course you would use a shield to block me. You absolute imbecile. Let me just take him off his mount. Should I just do that? I can easily catch him up. There we go. Nice. Okay, there we go. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. And now we can hopefully just eliminate some of these soldiers here. Okay, I've got to be careful. Don't really want to... Ah, okay, yeah. I didn't really want to die, but that's just how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. We did a pretty decent job, not too bad, and we did end up achieving victory, as you can see. Not too bad at all. Our Maester has actually gained another level. We only lost 12 of our own units in this battle, which is absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, Daenerys was not here, so we couldn't get to see her dragon in action. Would have loved to have seen that. And there's 31 renown for us. 30, only 31? Really? Only 31? I can get more doing tournaments. I really can. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so let's have a look here. I guess I'm just gonna... Should we just let them go, or shall we start taking them prisoner? Because there's gonna be a huge amount of vassals here. You know what? Let's take them prisoner. Let's take them all prisoner. There we go. Alright, that's what we like to see, and I still haven't sold any of these guys, so I'm gonna have to actually get rid of a bunch to make sure that I have enough space. So just gonna have to get rid of these because I don't want the vassals to escape as soon as I start moving around. So that's what we're gonna have to do, unfortunately. There we go. We're gonna take those, and we got a bunch of loot. And let's go into Mantaris, sell my prisoners. Not all of them, of course. We just want to make sure that we sell only the regular units and not the lords themselves. There we go. We're gonna get 8,000 for that. Actually, not bad. Surprisingly, not bad. And I should... Where should we go now? That is the question. Because what we could do is we could go to... I don't want to go all the way over to Mirin, because that's going to take us way too far off the front lines, but I also do not want to put all of these vassals in my dungeon. I guess I could put them in Illyria, but Illyria, as you can see, only has 157 defenders. It makes no sense whatsoever for us to do that, does it? The trials and tribulations of literally being, well, kind of awful at decision-making, I guess. Anyway, I will go for another point in engineering. I'm thinking maybe even putting a point in intelligence at this point. I don't know whether it's a good idea to do that. Probably not, all things considered. Because I'm thinking that if I do that, then my engineering will level up just that much quicker. 0.5? Is that worth it? Only 0.5. That's not really worth it, is it? But we've got basically focus points in pretty much everything else. I mean, I could level up my writing skill more, but do I need more writing skill? That's the question. Do I need more writing skill? Probably not. I don't think I need more writing skill. It feels pretty good as it is. And I'm thinking that engineering is going to be really, really useful going forward. So I'm probably going to just leave it the way it is. We'll go for intelligence this time around. And I would love to be able to place my my prisoners in Astapor, for example, or maybe into... Okay. I'm just going to go to Demon Gate. I will just go to Demon Gate. Is that Damon right there? What's actually going on with Damon? What? Is that Damon? Is that... No, it's not. I know that it's not because he would be long dead by this point in this particular era, but still, it's cool to see the name at least. Okay, so let's go into the dungeon. I'm going to put all these guys in there. There we go. And we also need to make sure... Gonna take some of these out just to make sure that there's enough space in here, and then we can go away from here. Actually, you know what? I do need to go into the garrison real fast. I need to make sure that we have more people, even though I still have not recuperated fully from our attack there. But yeah, we're just gonna get some more knights here. We should get some squires, I guess. Yeah, just get some squires. They do become mounted units, so I guess that's pretty good, right? Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Anyway, let's go on over to Mantaris. We do still have prisoners to get rid of, so that's exactly what we're going to do. There we go. And where is Daenerys, by the way? Where is she? Where are you? Are you coming to actually help us attack these guys, or is she not going to do that? Because it would be kind of cool to see her in action, as I said. But if she decides not to do that, then that's obviously her prerogative, but yeah, it would be cool. Anyway, what about this fellow? What does he have? He has nothing at all, basically. Well, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so we got some House Targaryen squires. They can obviously level up into knights. We're going to use some horses for that, of course. And I'm just going to wait around a little bit longer, just a little bit, just to make sure that we have almost full HP. And then we will go in against him. He can't get away from us. We're too quick. And, aha, let us settle this according to the old ways. I challenge you to... No, I'm not going to challenge him to a duel. I would challenge him to a duel, but I have a polearm equipped at the moment, and I don't think a polearm is going to be particularly useful for us. Yeah, by the way, I did equip... a bunch of people were saying that I should equip my companions with additional weapons, so like ranged weapons and stuff like that, and I took a closer look at some of their stats. They are all pretty terrible at what they can do, so in other words, they don't have any skill in pretty much anything, so I found them some thrown weapons, the ones that do have low skills. So I found them thrown weapons that they can use, and hopefully that's going to be good enough for your high standards. Yes, indeed. Anyway, let me see if I can actually move around my archers here. Got to be a bit careful about the infantry's position this time as well. I felt like the positioning in the previous battle was a little bit lacking. So I'm going to try and be a little bit better at this time around. Whoa, that was some nice damage. Nice, okay, that's what we want. Yep, there's another camel. Yeah, I mean, technically, it's a good idea to kill the enemy's mounts so they can't move around as fast, and they're just going to basically be completely useless almost at that point. Okay, let's get my cavalry to go over there. Horse archers over there at the same time. Gonna kind of use them together, I suppose, this time around, just to kind of help out with the enemy archers, maybe a little bit. If they decide to focus on our cavalry somewhat, could be kind of useful. And let's get these guys over here, put them into a nice little loose formation. Yeah, we're gonna be charging uphill. Not a big fan of that, gotta say. I'm kind of wanting to go around here. There we go. And let's put these guys into a shield wall formation now as well. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is bad. This is really, really bad positioning on my part. My archers just can't fire. That's the problem. My archers cannot fire. So we're just going to charge in our cavalry from behind. Hopefully that's going to make pretty significant difference here. I'm just going to eliminate the enemy's mounts once again. Just trying to get as many of them killed as possible. And oh wow, the enemy's archers are actually charging our infantry? What? That is a bad idea, sir. That is a very, very bad idea. And I'm gonna charge. I'm just gonna charge them, because if they're charging our infantry and my cavalry are coming in from behind, then I might as well pincer them in between the two. That makes the most sense. And then my archers will at least be able to start firing. I'm not actually gonna reposition them. I think they're actually okay at the moment. And I can do some damage as well. Some pretty decent damage, actually. Look at that damage. Don't even have the skill for the slashing polearm. The perks for slashing polearms. So that's pretty cool. And how are my guys actually doing? Let's move them a little bit closer now. Oh, there goes my horse. Well, that is to be expected, I guess. And hopefully I'm going to be able to... I mean, I'm pretty decent at using a polearm on foot, because I'm used to them in Navleon. And I love that weapon, so should be perfectly fine to deal with these guys in close quarters combat. And yeah, well, that was easy. And there we have it. Okay, so how many did we lose? Okay, we lost 9 total to death, which is actually perfectly fine. I'm pretty happy with that. And we are now going to be able to take even more of them prisoner, which is exactly the, that's kind of like the plan right now. So that's what we're going to do. And, ooh, we could take some more of these. Okay, yeah, I guess we will, but I'm going to take the highest tier of unit just so that we can sell those for the maximum amount of cash. Let's just get some more armor here. And there we have it. Okay, so we've basically now just completely dismantled half of the Valantine's vassals. I actually have no idea how many they have. I'm going to assume that they have a pretty significant amount, but it's still relatively good for us to make sure that they have fewer rather than, you know, more of them. I mean, that seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? It seems pretty obvious. Anyway, let's go over to Mantaris here. I really want to take this, by the way, but the fact that they have so many defenders, just have a look at this. They have so many defenders. They have almost 700. It's going to make things very, very difficult for us to take this back, but I can only assume that maybe Daenerys will come over here. Maybe she'll do something about that. I don't know. But we're just going to try and... Yeah, we're kind of just trying to hold the line at the moment against these Valantines, and then we can maybe do something in peacetime against the rebel faction. I think that sounds like a much better idea, because then we're not splitting our attention between two relatively strong opponents. I mean, it's a strong opponent in terms of its defense, at least. You know, those guys are defending like no one's business. They're really doing a very good job. Anyway, there we go. 16 horses being used for upgrades right there. And we also have Malakwo once again. Aha. So I guess what I'm going to do is if I do end up defeating him again, what does he have now? Yeah, he's got some really low tier units now, so we shouldn't have to worry about him too much. Look at my athletics, charm, polearm, all leveled up. Very nice. So let's have a look here. Yeah, I'm going to go for walk it off. I much prefer that every single time. And we're also going to be going for a plus 100% influence return when a supported proposal fails to pass. I think that's probably a little bit better than tribute, but let me just have a look at this. Plus 20% relationship bonus when you pay more than the minimum amount in barters. I don't really care about that too much, so I'm going to go for good-natured. I think that sounds like a much more powerful return on your perk point, because plus 100%. So you get 100% of your influence return when anything you propose fails, which in my opinion is pretty cool. Anyway, plus 50% damage when you hit an enemy in the head with a polearm. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, probably going to take that. And still, I feel like I do better with the piercing polearm. Is it just me? I feel like I do better with the piercing polearm. I don't know. Let me just equip this. There we go. Alright, so we're using the thrusting polearm this time around, and I'm just going to shadow this guy for a little bit of time because I want my units to get back on their feet, and obviously I don't want to put myself at a disadvantage unnecessarily. That's obviously going to be pretty painful. Alright, so let's go in, I guess. Yeah, we got so much food now as well. I was actually struggling for food the entire time I was off screen. I was consistently running out of food, and my companions were saying to me, "Oh, you shouldn't run out of food, you absolute idiot. You have to make sure we have enough supplies." And I was like, what? Yeah, I know, but I'm running around. I'm trying to... yeah, that kind of thing happens to me a lot, actually, when I'm off screen. I just literally forget about the food. Although, to be fair, I do forget about the food when I'm on screen as well. Oh well, never mind. Not really that big a deal right now, is it? Anyway, let's just make our infantry go over there. These guys can go into a nice little loose formation, and we can hopefully do something relatively cool. I think this weapon might be... I don't know, is it more fun than the glaive? I mean, here's the thing. If I get dismounted, this weapon is going to be almost useless, but if I get dismounted with the glaive, then I can still use it relatively well. But you can see here how much easier it is for me to actually get hit and run kills in comparison to the glaive, where it actually puts me into a much more dangerous situation. So that's obviously a pretty big deal. Anyway, let's just move these horse archers and cavalry over here. And we're going to have to go for something a little bit closer range. Are these all archers? No. They only have 38 archers, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about them. Nice. Just eliminate the camel. That was what I was attempting to do. I wasn't trying to kill the rider there. And my archers are way too far away, as you might expect. Okay, these guys can come over here, then like so, and then these fellows can go like that. There we go. Yeah, we're just going to go for a standard flank. You know, this is generally actually what I used to do a long time ago in Warband as well, where I'd actually do these kinds of strategies before. Obviously, you can't really do formations unless you have something, you know, some mod that gives you formations, and then you're going to be able to utilize them as and when you like. Oh, my cavalry's way too close. My cavalry is way too close. I shouldn't have put them that close. Oh well, never mind. It's not that big a deal, I guess. Although, probably would prefer them not to be that close, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's just tell our guys to charge in, because my cavalry are charging in, my infantry are charging in, my archers are in a decent enough position, and that should be good enough. Well, it seems like that is indeed it. There we go. A wonderful victory for us there against Malacqua. We only lost 7 units. We lost mostly Valyrian captains. I have no idea what kind of unit that even is, but yeah, apparently we lost those. Now, we should take him prisoner, which is exactly what we're going to do, and then we will once again do this wonderful sorting here and just take as many prisoners that are high value as we can, and then we can just take the rest of the loot as well. We're getting so much loot here. And that's actually one of the main things that gave me so much money and enabled me to get the olive press, which still is kind of weird that it's not making anything for me, as you can see. I have no idea what's going on with that, but I did get a caravan set up from King's Landing as well. So I was kind of hoping that the caravan would actually give me something. I don't even know whether he's doing anything good. As you can see, there he is. He's near Starfall at the moment. Is he actually making me any money? I don't even know, actually. I don't even know, but as you can see, we're actually making almost 2,600 every single day. Whoa, okay, the caravan is actually making us 1,600. Okay, I didn't realize that that was so incredible, so I'm probably going to go and get another caravan. But yeah, apart from that, obviously it was just manual laborer tasks, selling the prisoners if I didn't find any manual laborer tasks, doing tournaments, getting horses, selling the horses, and so on and so forth, and just doing a bunch of that as fast and as efficiently as I possibly could. Of course, you know, no entertaining, you know, things going on there. That's generally reserved for the episodes, of course, you know, because otherwise I'm just going to not be doing anything. So anyway, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode, and next time we're going to continue our fight against the Valantines if we can, and hopefully we'll be able to maybe take back Mentaris as well. Not sure if that's actually going to get taken back by the Valantines. I hope it does, because then we can probably take it back with a relatively small garrison. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.